Welcome back. The NHL playoffs are continuing in the run for the Stanley Cup, but in Buffalo, it's already started the Mike Babcock watch. The Detroit Red Wings lost Game 7 to Tampa Bay. Mike Babcock's not a free agent, technically till June 30th. The Sabres certainly want him. They're not alone. Sully, what do you think? Mike Babcock, Olympic gold medalist, potential Hall of Famer. You think he ends up here?
I don't know. I certainly think if it's about money, that Pegula can pay the money. And I was very impressed with his work in Sochi. But Luke Richardson's name has been out there a long time. I wonder if Tim Murray would want to be in the Doug Whaley position where the coach comes in who's bigger than him. Babcock would be bigger than Tim Murray. I'm sorry, Tim, to report that to you. But do you think that would be an issue? And do you think Tim Murray would rather go with Luke Richardson, a guy he knows better and seems to be more of a fit for he's a first-time GM?
Right. Well, the one thing about Tim Murray is he does have familiarity with Mike Babcock from their time with the Ducks organization. And Mike Babcock, Friday at the Red Wings season-ending press conference that was also with GM Ken Holland, said that he's at least 10 days away from really making a real decision. He's going to talk it over with his wife. I had to get that shot in, Sully, didn't I?
Yeah, I would not have expected anything less.
Babcock will be talking to the Red Wings about this situation some more. He doesn't know what he wants yet, he says. So it's going to be interesting, but we're going to see Babcock, Todd McClellan from San Jose, and you see who else the Sabres might contact. But I really think Tim Murray does want to go with Luke Richardson, especially the way the Ottawa Senators played in the postseason, and the Sabres have a bunch of young guys. Will Mike Babcock really want to coach a bunch of young guys rebuilding? He's a little leery about rebuilding in Detroit. He's going to get paid if he were to come here, and we know that, but does he really want to rebuild? I think Luke Richardson is a rebuilding coach, and he did pretty good things with the Ottawa Senators prospects. Yeah,
and I think coaches look at their record and they know what it says, and I don't know if Babcock's wants to put a couple of losing seasons on there, and I'm sorry to report that also, Sabres fans. This is not a team that's going to shoot up to 85 points next year.
But let's make this point very clear. This is a good job. You're not going to win right away with the Buffalo Sabres. You're going to get paid, and eventually you might win, and there are tremendous prospects here. There's no denying this is going to be a good job. Maybe it's not a good job right now, but it will be. So it will be attractive to guys out there.
And Babcock might want that sort of challenge. I just don't see the fit there. Although, as you said, they do have a history together.
Mike Babcock's a guy, an elder statesman who's won in his league, kind of like Greg Popovich with the San Antonio Spurs. But as I think of the NBA playoffs last night.
Don't be putting hockey people in Pop's class. Maybe Scotty Bowman, that would be the only one.
But Pop has Game 6 to wrap up a first-round series at home, and the Spurs lose to the LA Clippers. And now they've got to go back to try to win Game 7. Were you shocked that Game 6 went that way?
Not at all. If I was a betting man, I would have bet against them. I sat here last week and said I was worried, and I think the Clippers have been the better team for about two-thirds of the time in this series. That's a pretty good look at me there. I could be a GM. The Clippers have been better. The two best players in the series have probably been Chris Paul and Griffin. I love what Kawhi Leonard does. Duncan's a marvel at his age, but they're starting to show their age, particularly Manu Ginobili, who was a joke last night. He really killed them because he demands the ball and gets shots, but Kawhi Leonard's like 8 for 31 for 2 games. He's not playing like last year's Finals MVP. So they are the champs. They'll be tough to take out, and there have been times when the Clippers don't seem ready for prime time, but I'll tell you that Chris Paul in the fourth quarter last night, and actually the whole second half, he was fabulous, wasn't missing shots, and Blake Griffin's becoming a superstar in this series, and they have a coach in Doc Rivers who has won. So I like the Clippers in Game 7. Here I am, Mr. Spur. Maybe I'm playing that reverse psychology, but I am.
Now in our last 30 seconds here, forget the Clippers for a second. The Golden State Warriors are sitting and resting, especially if the Spurs are out. Are they the team to beat now?
Well, Kevin Love's out for, whatever I think of his defense. That's a big blow to them. I don't think they can win. The Hawks aren't ready. I thought the Warriors are the best team. I thought the Spurs would play better than this, but right now I think the Warriors are clearly the favorite. I like what the Clippers are doing, but Golden State is deeper.
That's Jerry Sullivan on the NBA. He loves it. We'll be back to wrap it up right here on the Bucky and Sully Show.